What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, it's actually the last Nightfall for the Taken King. By this time next week, we're going to be in the Rise of Iron. So this is the very final, last Nightfall of the year-long experience that was the Taken King. And it's the Flayers, which actually kind of surprised me. I really thought we were going to get a Nightfall that was brand new to the Taken King. I thought we might have got the Shield Brothers. We just had Alakul. We might have been able to have the Shield Strike, the Fallen Saber Strike, but I guess we kind of had that a little bit last week, or at least people were saying that they were swapping between that and Cerberus Vey. But instead, we got the Flayers. And before we get into too much of the Nightfall, I just want to say, if you didn't get a chance to check out yesterday's video, please check that thing out. It took me forever to put together and find all of those 27 ghost locations. And when I went to upload it to YouTube yesterday, at pretty much our normal time, YouTube was in the process of crashing. And it crashed, and it crashed, and it crashed, and it wouldn't take my upload at all. So finally, before I left for work this morning, I ended up finally being able to upload it and get it out there. And unfortunately, well, it didn't exactly get out there to the normal people that it typically goes out to see, because it's not exactly a great time to release a YouTube video at 6:30 in the morning. But it's out there, it's all 27 ghost locations. I walk you through every single one, just like I walk you through every single video that we put out here. As far as this Nightfall goes, you're going to be glad it's the last one because it's a cakewalk. It's pretty easy. The main thing going in your favor is Void, and with Void in the Flayer Strike, that means swords. So for me, it's Dark Drinker all day, every day, and really that's the only thing. That's literally the only thing you need to worry about in this strike, is that Void Burn. You've also got Brawler on, but I don't really think you're going to spend too much time worrying about that. And you also have Grounded on, so don't jump. But honestly, I didn't even know about Brawler or Grounded until after the strike was over and I went to take a look at it. So that can show you just how little that actually meant. The one interesting thing was, we actually ended up having pretty much every single flavor for this strike that you could get. A lot of times we end up going in and it's all Taken, or it's all Cabal, or whatever it might be. This time we ran into everything. You can see here we ended up fighting Taken after opening that gate. One time we spawned in and there were those Cyclopses that were shooting down at us. And the other time it was pretty much just a mixture of Cabal and Vex and just Nightmare, but they were swarming in the entire arena, and we didn't get to get the drop on them. Whenever it's Taken, like you just saw in this earlier portion of the video, I like to go ahead and rush in on their orbs, and just sword swing them, get them down immediately, because if they set up, it can make life a little bit trickier for you. So it's all offensive in my book. And speaking of offensive and easy, that's what the Flayers are all about. Bring your swords, preferably your Dark Drinker, and when they spawn in, they're going to be in a world of hurt. They can't handle this. If you thought Volus to Arc was easy last week with the Telesto, these things are going to put a new meaning to that word. This is the pathway I like to run. It's the easiest one for getting down all of the Flayers, because the first one spawns in right in front of you, the other one pretty much runs over to you, and then this one you have to go through the middle and you can take him out right there. It means that the final Flayer is always going to be solar though, and that's a little bit of a problem if you want a different flavor of cloak. But let's take a look at our first rewards, and they are not encouraging. An answering cord, yuck, bad perks, and some boots, yuck, bad perks. This isn't a good way to start our final Nightfall. This is not a good way to start our final Nightfall. I disagree with these rewards. I would have loved to get a Trespasser as a reward here. That would have been absolutely amazing. Again, here we go. We're going to show you all of our Flayer battles because they are just so quick and so absolutely easy. So you're going to see that it's not a fluke. The same thing pretty much happens every single time. The enemies die roughly in the same spots. You can find them in roughly the same spots. This Solar Flayer is just hiding out in this corner. It doesn't matter if you're the only one there. You'll still be able to take him down with just a few swings. And I actually ended up getting yet another Flayer Cloak that is solar. And that's the one thing that I didn't want to happen. I wanted to get an Arc. I wanted to get a Void. But I got another solar one. Oh man. And I was just saying before we did that run, I was like, you know what, let's just do it the easy way. I never get cloaks anyway. And sure enough, I get a cloak. But you know what? This cloak is perfect. It's absolutely stat perfect. It's a 25-25. That's perfect. You can't get any better than that. Now it's not 335, but that really doesn't matter. It's really not difficult to get up to 335, and in a few days, 335 isn't gonna mean anything anyway. As far as our rewards go though, we got a few 3 of coins, and Pooch absolutely got crapped on. He got probably the worst gun in the game, definitely the worst rocket launcher, the Smolder. Do you want your rocket launchers to have no blast radius? Do you want them to have no velocity? If so, the Smolder is exactly for you. And finally, here we are on our last run. Again, pretty much just like the other two, the Flayers, they fall. It doesn't matter what flavor shield they have. This solar one's running up, and since I happen to have my void bubble, I just popped it, and boom, he's in the bubble, he's blinded, and now he's dead. That's the end of it. And because it's Cabal, I got a Treads Upon Stars, yet again, because it's the most common gun in the game. At least it's the most common for me. I got this gun so many times, I absolutely despise it. But I really despise it whenever I have these rolls on it. I actually have a pretty good version that I kept. I believe it has triple tap and Firefly on it, but that's just off the top of my head, so I'm not 100% sure. This one with Guerrilla Fighter, I don't care if Guerrilla Fighter was buffed, it's still a junk perk, it's still not going to be used or useful, so no thanks. That Treads Upon Stars is just going to get deleted for marks because I don't think it was 335. And even if it was, it's not really going to matter. As far as our rewards go though, for our last Nightfall, we ended up getting 2 exotics, Light Beyond Nemesis and Imperium Bellicose. I got strange coins and an emote, which is really awesome. I really enjoy getting these emotes. So that actually means that we have one final step, and that's to open up this emote package and see what we get. 2016 Spring Variety. We get the legendary Do It. So let's go check it out. This is our final reward of the Taken King Nightfalls. After a year of Taken King Nightfalls, this is the last one. This is it. The next time we do a Nightfall video, which I'm not even sure when that's going to be. I'm not 100% sure if it'll be next week. It would be cool if it was, but I'm not 100% sure. Whenever we do it, it's going to be Rise of Iron. So let me know what you got for your final Nightfall, and if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Nightfall, and I'll see you around in Rise of Iron. Taken King, Year 2 Nightfalls complete.